I'm Lily Fouts. I'm creator of Travel Beyond Excuse, and I'm a big fan of the Extra Pack of Peanuts Travel podcast by Travis Sherry. And this week he's doing an EPOP Cooks contest or challenge, I guess, and I thought I would participate. I'm supposed to use acorn squash or pumpkins, but what I had growing in the garden was butternut squash. I'm actually on our property. This is our storage shed behind me. I don't actually have a house, so I'm cooking this not in a kitchen. So here I am at my picnic table in front of the storage shed, and I'm up for the challenge. So here it goes. Here's the butternut squash. That noise you just heard is the oven preheating. Tells me it's ready, 400 degrees. It's actually a little toaster oven because being out here in storage shed and picnic table land, we don't actually have a real oven, so using our little toaster oven. Okay, the recipe says to brush the cut ends liberally with olive oil, so here we go. Alright, and sprinkle with salt and pepper. I love this salt, by the way, Himalayan pink salt. Delicious salt. Alright, put it on the pan and take it to the oven. Alright, now it's time for the vinaigrette. For the vinaigrette, we are asked to put half a cup of olive oil. Here's another substitution. The recipe calls for red wine vinegar. All I have is balsamic, so I'm going to use balsamic. Hopefully it's not going to be a huge bad thing, but so be it. Oh well. So use a little bit of balsamic. I'm using a little bit less than the recipe calls for because I'm not a huge vinegar person. Alright, and then fresh mint. This is also grown here on our property, so just throw that in there. The recipe also calls for fresh oregano, and I have no fresh oregano, and the grocery store was out of stock of fresh oregano, so I'm going to be blasphemous and use some dried oregano. There we go. And also calls for a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. So here's a teaspoon of salt. I hope you're impressed that I'm not actually cooking in a real kitchen. I'm just out here somewhat in nature, cooking on our property out of the storage shed. So anyway, the joys of nomadic life, right? Okay, salt, pepper, vinegar, olive oil, mint, and oregano. I'm going to blend this up. Just so you know, this too had to come out of storage, this blender, so be very impressed. Smells vinegary. Well, that's good. It's a vinaigrette, right? Okay, I'm going to call it good. And we are down to the final step. Okay, so this is goat cheese, and I got this kind of goat cheese. It's the closest thing I could find, so I hope it counts. Put a few crumbles of goat cheese in the cavity of the squash, and then put some arugula in there. And top with vinaigrette to taste. So a little bit of vinaigrette on the top of each one. And there you have it. So, now to do the taste test. Okay, this is my husband Keith, and we are gonna taste test this now. So, what we need to do is just mash this all in together and mix it up and enjoy. So, what you think?
It's very rich in flavor.
Mmm.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is good stuff. Excellent.